Hello and good evening to another chapter of Prologues for Lost Causes of Orlando, a Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition actual play. Today we have the lovely DJ Atomica and Gobdad as our soon-to-be kindred. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
Points at Gob. You go first.
Uh, Hi, I'm Gob. That was a dog. I'm a artist and gamer, streamer person. Yes,
And who are you playing this lovely
I
evening?
am playing Arlo Brewer, or with the or Arlo Sirius Brewer if you want the full name.
And what's your character's deal, might I ask?
Uh, I guess I do. Uh, Arlo is just a typical little. I shouldn't even say little. I would call him a bit hippy dippy. He uh he he does enjoy mixing things together and possibly causing a little explosion here
Alrighty. And DJ, what about you?
No.
Hello?
My. Yes. Hello. Hi. Here. I said no. I said no as a joke. Uh. So my name is DJ. I exist on the internet in multiple different shapes and forms. More often than not, I am a streamer. I also run a podcast. I do art. And today I am playing the role of Alan Chen, a Chinese American YouTuber slash influencer, generally all around asshole and basement dwelling troglodyte.
and
It's kind of like young-ish, has no real concept of personal space or respecting personal boundaries, which comes in the form of drama mongering, shit stirring, and just all around asshole nature.
So you're TMZ, but for the internet.
Pretty much, yes. I am a drama tuber.
Oh,
I cover weird thing. I cover all the fights that all the big famous people are getting into.
so you're Keemstar. Basically. Uh, this is gonna be great.
Except slightly more racist.
oh,
Because I'm Chinese.
oh my god.
Oof. Alrighty. So, checks my taking machine here.
Oh my god, I'm so fucking tired. Holy shit.
I'm sorry. I
Oh,
would
it's
I
okay.
would throw you an energy drink if you were like on my half of the planet. uh so this evening you Alan, you just finished posting a new expose on a relatively popular, almost seemingly untouchable pop star named Rosalia Thorne. And you also have an all access pass to a secret elite nightclub in the downtown of Orlando, which is quite honestly very unusual for you. How do you feel about your uh latest work and this invitation that was given to you?
Who, me? Oh,
Yeah,
I thought you were talking to Gob.
I've been talking to
Uh,
you this whole time. I used the word Alan, sweetie.
it's an invitation to this. Where is this an invitation to specifically?
It's called the Succubus Club.
Would Alan have any sort of prior knowledge about this place? Like, would he know that like, not even like any the place has secrets. Like, would he know what this place just is?
You know, it's a nightclub for the up and comers, the socialites,
Okay.
the famous, the beautiful, and those who are especially interesting. Aside from that, you don't know much. Just that they
Okay.
have very exclusive requirements for
Well,
invites.
it's weird that Alan has gotten an invite, considering that he isn't exactly, rich and famous, as he stares at this. I guess it's like a card or something, maybe?
It's a very ornate card with a rose uh, embroised on the parchment.
Wow, fancy. Uh, yeah, Alan is probably staring at this card like in a combination of shock and also disbelief. And he's probably sitting in his dingy ass apartment, like where most of the money that he has earned through like low, like minimum wage, bottom of the barrel jobs has gotten him mostly camera equipment and not like upgrades to his actual living conditions because he's a stupid idiot. It doesn't know shit about shit. Uh, yeah, he's staring at this card in disbelief. He is just trying to figure out why they would invite him, but also he knows that this place is all for like the rich and famous, and since those people is what he covers, he is probably going to visit with like a GoPro strapped to his chest, or he's gonna bring along his phone and just take pictures and take videos of everything.
I see. So you're gonna use it as a reporting opportunity.
Content, baby.
Hmm. I wonder how that will work out for you, Harlow.
Yes.
So I'm curious. What's the dial tone for your acquaintance Egghead, the raver child who has probably no business existing in public? Like, paint me a picture here. Like, what's the ringtone you have assigned to this poor man?
He is a very he strives for peace. He doesn't like, anything violent. He tries to keep everything nice, cool, calm, and collected. But a combination of bad vision and just being very smoked up, he tends to make an explosion or two happen when trying to create nice. Trying to think of the word materials and such to help those around who believe in the karmatic vibes of crystals and such.
Uh huh.
People would compare him to a guy wearing tinfoil on his head.
He's a conspiracy theorist.
he acts like it. The way he
Got it.
acts. He'll go
So
off on a tangent and you won't know what he's talking about sometimes.
Oh, fun.
makes sense. So your associate Egghead is calling you. Like, what kind of ringtone do you have on somebody who whose name is Egghead?
Chicken dance, chicken egg. Yeah.
That'd probably work, yeah.
I'm not helping with the mood now.
This works. So it's like the discotheque version of that.
Yeah.
Got it. I know exactly what that is. So you hear the discotheque version of the chicken dance song blaring across the room of wherever you are staying. It's Egghead. Do you want to pick that phone up?
uh with it with his personality and such, he'd probably just stare at the recognizing the ringtone. He'd know exactly who it is, but still, he'd be still in his mind wonder who it is by just staring at the phone for like 30 seconds before finally fumbling around trying to figure out how to answer the phone. And with a few like wheezes and coughs, he'd finally answer and be like, "Hello, hello."
Hey, hardcore! Hey! Guess who has into a really great party?
What kind of party?
A party with lots of things that are expensive and not nailed down, and people who are too stupid, but also like to party.
Not nailed down as a unique description. Are you wanting to take something?
I mean, maybe. I mean, look, think about it. Rich people don't know what they have. They're not gonna miss anything. So why not party it up, live it like you're rich, and then take a souvenir home?
Souvenirs are nice. Very
Come
nice.
on. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity. Imagine the experience. Taste the flavor.
Taste the rainbow.
All right, new experience is good for me. Where is it?
He sends you a text that is to an address downtown. Apparently it's a really discreet secret nightclub venue downtown called the Succubus Club. You're not you're 80% sure that he's definitely not supposed to be here, and neither are you. If you were to go,
So looking at the address and such, he'd have the somewhat knowledge of knowing I most likely why he would be questioning, why are you there?
why aren't you? Come on, hardcore. Let's get incoherent. Come on.
All right, let me get my shoes on. I'll be down there soon.
See you there. Oh, this is gonna be a great night. And you hear the tall tale sign of a phone being hung up.
Ugh.
So what's your
No.
like place like?
Where he dwells?
Yeah, like what kind of hellish crash out pit do you live in?
Let's just say he's stuck in the 60s. Shag carpet, beanbags for seats.
So you're like from the 80s and you live like you're from the 60s.
Yes.
Oof. You crashed out hard. Was it LSD or that took you down this road or what?
We grew up on 60s memorabilia from the parents, and so he just felt like he just vibed with it. As
Nice.
a as a kid, he kept on complaining he was born in the wrong generation.
I love it. So like what are you throwing together like get dressed this evening? Cuz I don't imagine that you walk around your house dressed at all cuz that just doesn't
Oh
seem like
no,
the kind of
he
crash.
he would basically be wearing a tank top and boxers around the house, like any typical guy, maybe.
Like your average I gave up
Yeah,
person.
he drank milk out of the carton. Kind of, I gave up on life. Kind of, I gave up trying. He'd be getting together his what he I would call the typical dad attire: a white or black tank top, a nice like floral Hawaiian shirt, and very loose cargo shorts with socks and flip flops or sandals, as you would.
How old is
He was born in the 80s, so
fun. So he's like 4. No, wait, this is
late 30s,
2020.
early
Yeah, late 30s.
40s.
Yeah, Arlo. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he looks like he could be in his 60s with how unkempt his beard is. He's that old man neighbor.
Yeah, your damn kids get him now.
He does like to smoke a lot, so he's just always coughing and hacking as well.
Hey, you damn kids, want some pot?
Pretty much.
Hey, you damn kids, you want to smoke some weed?
I just think of freaking always watching you, Wazowski. That's how he laughs. Just
I love this. So you're getting this like dad outfit, circa like the unholy combination of dad outfit and like Miami Vice is what you're wearing.
yeah, yeah.
Uh, all
And
right,
he's doing the cardinal sin of socks with sandals.
of course. Oh, yeah, this is gonna be even more of a train wreck than I thought it was going to be when I wrote this. I love this already. Uh, so you head to downtown and meet up with your friend Egghead.
Mm-hmm. He's like slowly like just turning the corner just slightly, jogging up to the address in question from the phone, just looking around until he spots the guy.
You spot a like you spot a bald guy like mid-20s who is like the most ambiguous as to what is his origin with the most genuinely psychotic smile you've ever seen.
That's very alarming.
And he's like bouncing up and down, up and down, up and down. And his head, if it was sunlight out, you'd be blind because of the reflection.
Bold, bold, bold.
Like
Bald, bald, bald.
like he's taken way too good care of his chrome dome, his egg to his head rather.
His egg. Egg to his head.
Uh, but yeah, he spots you and is go, hardcore, taste the flavor. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. What's this big moment here?
Well, I heard there's a secret party going on with a lot of rich, stupid people. You know, the kind of people who are really fun to party with, up until they realize that you don't belong there.
And what's the risk of being found that you don't belong there?
I don't know. I'm not no mathematician. You're the college kid. I just come up with really fun ideas, and you just go along with them. That's our dynamic.
All right. So how are we getting in here?
Come on, come on, come on, come on. And he like comes behind, goes behind this dumpster and starts pushing it to the side. I don't think they realize that this was a way into this building.
How'd you find this entrance?
You don't want to know? Or do
Uh,
you?
uh,
I don't know. I just do
that
things.
that response just alarms him. He's just like, I'm good.
Hardcore. uh, so. Uh, Come on in. And he just like waves you into like the dark crevice where you see strobe lights in the far distance.
Right, he slowly climbs through, just like shielding his eyes from the strobe lights until his like vision adjusts to it all.
Hmm.
What the fuck's going on here?
And you hear what sounds like speech and bass and synth as people of all kinds of walks of life and all kinds of attire are here at this party.
Else?
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
And at this time, Alan, you arrive here with your invitation and go to the front entrance of what seems to be the club. Did you bring the letter with you?
Yeah, he would have brought the card. He may be stupid. He's not that stupid.
He looks at the insignia on your invite and the penmanship, and he looks you up and down. Ah, so you're Rosalia's guest. Have fun.
I would like to point out that Alan is not dressed to attend a high class party. He's got when you see in his little profile picture here, like a sort of semi tight fitting blue tank top, a black choker, a little silver pendant on it. He's wearing like acid wash jeans and boots, like work boots. And he's also got a selfie stick in one hand with his phone attached to it.
Oh, they're gonna have fun with you, kid. Well, my only job is to protect the door, not you. Go on inside.
To take videos and generally be an annoying pseudo influencer. Most people in here will probably have no idea what he's talking about.
Probably. But I'd like you to roll intelligence by itself.
Oh my god, a dice roll. So intelligence just by itself. Okay.
Yes.
So no attribute. So yeah, okay. No, just intelligence. Okay.
Yep.
So it'd be the dice would be just none plus intelligence, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Vampire dice 3, hunger dice 0, difficulty 0.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
When he said the name Rosalia, your blood runs cold. You were invited to this by the person you literally just did an expose release this very evening.
I think Alan has been recording this whole time, and he's just been sitting there waiting for like the guy at the door to sort of look his invitation over, and the moment he says like Rosalia invited you, he's like, oh my god, Rosalia? You mean that? I know her. Yeah, I know her. Big fan, big fan. Surprised she would invite me to a highbrow place like this, but I mean, you know what they say about rich people and their company, right? He just does the whole like elbow nudge thing. Probably sees that it doesn't work, and then just sort of makes
Right.
he's mugging for the camera now. And
Makes
as he
sense.
walks in, he's just gonna like do his whole sort of like narration for the opening of what could potentially be his next best video.
And as you get in, you notice that almost everyone there is very pale, with a few people being a little bit closer to your complexion. But most of the people at this club seem to be have the most palest alabaster skin, and they all seem to be drinking from wine glasses that have an unsettling shade of red.
Huh. Interesting. I mean, I already know the implications, but interesting.
And
Yeah.
as you slowly make your way through the crowd, and for our guest of honor comes blaring from an MC, Rosalia Thorne. Put your hands together. You see the most beautiful woman you've ever seen. Buxom, perky, perfect proportions, defined bone structure. Almost as if a walking Photoshop of what a human being could be.
Mannequin.
And yet, she's clearly breathing, clearly moving, clearly real in front of you.
I think Ellen would be like, so this is like sort of like a big sort of like open, what's the word for it? Not a foyer, but like a dance hall sort of area.
A bit
There's
like
a
that.
dance floor. There is a main floor where people are just sort of mingling. There are probably tables around somewhere. Around like this general area, there's like a stage, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Alan's probably like, he hasn't gotten a drink yet, but he's done the whole 360 of him just sort of mugging for the camera and just doing like a ooh ah. So this is where all the highbrow people like to hang out. Like, I don't know what are they drinking, but it must be like red wine or something.
So I have a question. Is this a live recording or is it like not?
It's a live recorder.
You notice a really dark-haired Latin American lady, positively dripping in silver, gently brush up against you And when you look up, your phone is short-circuiting like crazy, almost like it's about to explode.
Huh, interesting. Alan's gonna look at this lady and go, "Hey, come on, lady. You know how much how much money I had to pay for this? I had to spend to get this."
No flash photography. It'll just have to exist in your feeble memory.
Raises an eyebrow. Like, okay, but you're gonna have to owe me a new phone, lady.
Oh, I'm sure that you'll get a new one.
Okay, weird. The- I guess he's just sort of like
Yeah.
folds the selfie stick back up. Attempts to put the phone back in his pocket, but upon seeing that it's probably molten in some places, he just drops it in the nearest trash bin instead.
So after looking at your phone, seeing it short circuit and like turn into like the most unholy pixelated nightmare you've ever seen, you're like, nah, I'm good, fam, and just throw it in the trash.
Yeah. Needed an excuse to upgrade his phone anyway.
Alright.
Based off the ad revenue he makes from his latest video, plus whatever savings he has given from his parents, who totally do not support this business venture in any way, shape, or form. They wanted him to be a doctor, as most Asian parents are.
Failure! So that kind of parent.
What?
So the tiger mom, tiger dad,
Yep.
saying failure with the thickest accent ever kind of parent. Well,
He's on a farmery. Wait.
yeah, got it. So you have something in common with another character. Got it.
Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry so much, chat. I have the all the excuses you need to make this sort of joke because I am Chinese.
Got it.
The player, not my character. The player is Chinese.
All right. So
yeah.
You notice that Rosalia seems to be performing, and she's looking at you the entire time, almost teasingly, knowingly.
Well, that's kind of weird. I think Alan is used to being stared at, but this is like probably like an hour long, like a concert, a quote unquote concert sort of deal, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so getting stared at for a literal hour. It's weird, and like it makes him a little uncomfortable, but at the same time he's like used to being stared at by people because he just sort of drama mongers like out on the street sometimes.
Makes sense.
So he's a little creeped out by this, but he's not entirely surprised.
I see. And so, as her performance comes to a close, she hops off the stage, and you notice that she has a little bunny pin on her attire. Just as she reaches your end of the gallery.
Interesting.
Hey there! Just who I was hoping to see. You know, that was really awfully mean what you wrote about me.
I mean, I mean, you have to understand. You know, we as journalists need to be obvious, need to be honest. You know, like the truth is out there. We have to tell the people the truth, even if it's really ugly. Then people can make form more honest opinions about the people that they really look up to. You know.
Oh, come now. Tell me, do you think I'm actually bothered? It is, after all, just a show.
I mean, kind of gestures around to like where they are right now, and he says, I mean, not really. I don't. I never. I didn't really expect someone as important as you to be bothered by a puff piece put out on the internet. You probably have a bigger reputation than that, right?
Oh, you couldn't hurt me even if you wanted to, press boy.
Okay, that's weird.
You know, you should be really careful who you talk bad about. Because someone told me you're quite afraid of, and she leans in close to you,
Women?
monsters.
Oh,
And you notice that she's lingering as she gets close to you.
very uncomfortably shrinking away. This is probably the closest Alan has ever been to a woman in as many years as he has been since he was separated from his mother's womb.
Uh-huh. And she notices this and she keeps getting closer
Lady, personal space.
and closer
Personal space, lady.
and closer.
He is standing there in abject horror and shock as he's like, he is not by choice, or rather he is, yeah, no, he is not by choice, sort of like by instinct, sort of rooted to the ground. Like I am, like very very deer in the headlights. Oh no, I am young and hormonal. What the fuck is happening? Ah, send help.
And then she just takes her finger on the little pin,
Uh,
flicks her finger just once, and then puts it in her palm. And she says, "Don't worry, it doesn't hurt for very long.
wait, what?
And don't worry, I'll make sure you don't remember a thing."
Okay, panic. Try to pull away, panic.
She takes the pin and lancets it across her wrist in her palm. And as you try to back away even faster, she goes after you, pinning you to a wall.
Oh dear. Uh, I mean, he's been trying to struggle away this entire time, like trying to pull away, because I'm assuming she has him like in a vice grip, like around his wrist.
So you know that really creepy, like, Midwestern goodbye hello thing where they don't let go of your wrists?
Yes, kind of.
She had you like that from word go, and you didn't notice it until now because she was being very sweet and kind until she started doing this.
Sweet and kind, a little creepy, and then, oh dear God.
And at and I will give you, because there's actually a chance of this actually going well for you. I'd like you to roll strength and brawl.
Strength. Okay, brawl with strength. Fun. I don't have anything in brawl, but I do have something in strength.
There's a chance that you might be able to make this work. That's why I'm letting
Hmm.
you roll it.
Okay, cross your fingers. Nope. Yeah, no, like Alan's a basement dwelling fucking nerd, man. Like he doesn't have physical strength to save his life. It's why he makes all these puff pieces on the internet and doesn't go out often because he knows that if he goes out, the people that he does these puff pieces on will beat the shit out of him.
So, that would technically be considered a total failure. And so what happens is, as she pushes you forward, your wrist feels like it's about to snap. As she
Okay,
turns
ow,
you,
ow.
as she turns you around, deftly like a ballerina, to where you're facing away from her, as she shoves you further into the wall.
Ow, lady, consent! Lady, I don't consent! I don't consent!
And then you feel a pinprick on your neck,
Oh,
all
violence, wonderful.
followed by the greatest pleasure you have ever experienced.
Oh, fun. I was gonna say something else, but now the things that I want to say can't be said on Twitch because that would get your channel banned.
And then you feel something start dripping in your mouth. It tastes better than anything you've ever eaten, drank, or imbibed in any way, shape, or form. You could only imagine wanting more as you start to fade in and out, in and out, in and out. The last thing you hear is, and the reason you don't mess with monsters, my dear, is because sometimes they know where you live. Sweet dreams, child.
Smash cut to Arlo.
Yes, actually, straight up. Arlo, you have managed to get into like the area that's like the I want to say like not quite the freezer or like the stock room, but like the back rooms of like this club.
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of like people are running around, and you notice that a lot of them are like scrawnier than you, and are like casually lifting like what you want to say like several ton like caskets of like really expensive like mahoganies and like oaks.
Uh,
Like the kind that you have for wine or like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and
He's just like doing a little double take, like, how are those little twigs carrying those large things?
did you
He
say
looks
this
over.
out loud?
No, he's thinking it, and then he just like leans over to like tap on the egghead's shoulder and be like, "What kind of party did you say this was gonna be?"
A party with the rich and famous, the stupid and the overly in well blessed. That kind of place where you
Well, well, the well blessed is what like makes him just assume there's some mystical aspects.
listen. I just got a tip from a guy. Really cool. He likes snakes a lot. Like he really likes snakes a lot. Uh I also likes drugs. Lots of drugs. Uh anyway, uh this place is apparently loaded with really expensive stuff and dumb people who you can just have fun with. Live it up. Come on. Have I ever steered you wrong? Actually, wait, don't answer that.
He just shuts his mouth because he was about to answer. Actually. He looks back at like where he saw the people, like the little, like the very scrawny people, like lifting up the large caskets uh of wine and such, just being like, I don't trust this, but let's just see what else there is.
Would you like to roll awareness and wits, Mr.
Oh
Arlo?
boy. Oh god, how do I do this again? It's been a while.
You
Here it
click
is.
on the character sheet, and then you click on the skill first, and then your up thing will pop up.
Oh yeah. You said wits.
Wits and awareness.
Wits and awareness. I don't see the option of awareness. Am I blind?
You have to click on the thing called awareness, and then add your attributes, sweetie.
There it
Wait,
is. Okay. Wits. All right. Confirm.
all right.
And is there a difficulty roll at all?
The difficulty for this purpose is invisible. Just roll it.
All right.
All right. So you notice that the back rooms smell kind of closer to a slaughterhouse than a high end banquet hall or high end rave. And the closer you get to the caskets of wine, the more you have a sense of foreboding.
Uh, he just starts to stammer a little bit while reaching out to get Egghead's attention once more. It smells like death.
I mean, this is an old building. What were you expecting? Out of a shady, rich people elite thingy.
I wouldn't think rich people to party somewhere that smells like a heap of dead bodies.
I mean, maybe it's their new cologne line. I don't know what rich people do. Come on. Party, party, hardcore. Taste the flavor.
Despite everything in his body telling him to get out, he just chalks it up to just being paranoid, possibly from whatever he smoked earlier in the day. And so he just continues on with him. Oh god.
And as you get to the actual club proper, none of the servants seem to pay you any mind.
That's awkward. A little weird.
And as you come out of the back rooms and you push your way through a swinging French door, the very first person you see is what appears to be a Egyptian man with really thick coal in his eye, where his eyes would be. Coal being that thing that you were learned about in your philosophy classes, the thing that like is supposed to protect you from spirits and help you see in the sunlight.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, think of it like mascara, but it also functions like a sunglasses. If that helps you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he has a really nice modern take on a you know that eye that you see in a lot of like Egypt show stuff?
Mm-hmm.
I want you to imagine that, the Egyptian eye thingy that everyone knows, but imagine if somebody like modernized it, like with like computer print,
Okay.
and you see him wearing a shirt like that, with that on it, like a slanted eye, almost serpentine like.
Okay.
Hey, Egghead, how you doing, bud? Is this your friend? Yeah, 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 yeah. Hardcore, hardcore. Yes, this is Arlo. Brewer. Yeah, brewer. Yeah. I see. Well, welcome to the party. You must be very confused why I had this lovely friend of yours ask for you in particular.
I'm just curious as to what this all is about.
Come walk with me, child. And you notice that he looks like he's like half your age, if even that. What? And he's calling you a child.
I I don't think you should be referring to me as such since I'm obviously older than you.
Hmm. Are you though? Anyway,
Uh,
so we're all their children, his children, and I imagine you have many questions about philosophy, chemistry, history, all sorts of wonders, questions about the very nature of the reality you set yourself in. Yes.
I was just told that there was a party here that we could interact with.
And you can. There's not a vice that we cannot find. It's what we're good at. Some people's vices are knowledge, others a sense of having a good day and doing a good deed. Others more elaborate vices, shall we say. Anyway, I'm Amaru Rubin. Pleasure.
Arlo extends his hand and says, "You can call me Arlo."
Arlo. Hmm, I see. I thought your name would be better if it was Cirrus. Don't you? A star in the sky, guiding people.
Arlo just like looks confused and is like, "What's wrong with Arlo?"
I don't know. I'm merely posing questions. What do you think's wrong with the name Arlo?
I don't know. It's what was given to me at birth.
Ah, it's a name that was given to you. You didn't ask for it. I can see that, understand the resentment. Hmm. You see, we're all bound by something. And it's, shall we say, a goal of mine to help people loosen up those bindings they put themselves in. Walk with me, dear child. I'll pick your brain a bit and see how I can help you. Hmm. Hello. Earth to Star Command.
All right. He looks back at Egghead like, "What the hell have you gotten me into?"
Hey, I'm just here, mate. Let's see where the night goes. Yeah.
All right. Let's see where this goes.
And you notice that as things go on, this Amaru fellow continues to look more and more enticing and beautiful as he talks about this whole thing called an Aeon and Set and Osiris and Ra and Epep and all sorts of like really esoteric occult stuff that's going over your head.
Mm-hmm.
And like it sounds like a religious pitch, but it's still all the more alluring. You're hanging off all of his words, even though this would normally bore you to tears. And as you are sitting down in a stupor, staring up at tomorrow, you notice a dagger in his hand, and yet you feel at ease. And he approaches you, cuts his wrist, and brings it to your mouth.
Oh,
Come,
what?
be anointed in the truth. You are meant for greater things, dear child.
He leans back slightly. He's just when the cut wrist comes up to his mouth, and he's just like a little bit confused at first while listening to them.
It seems I wasn't thorough enough with my sales pitch. Oh well, the hard way it is. And he shoves his hand all the way into your mouth,
Oh,
forcing you to drink. It's the best tasting thing you've ever had. And as you are forced to drink this red ichor, this venomous ambrosia, if you will, his blood, he slowly and gracefully, like a cobra, entwines himself with you and bites you on your neck.
uh,
No subtlety, no warning, and you start to feel faint.
that's just
Ple-
very rude.
a pleasurable experience. Better feeling than, well, what you might have done when you were in college if you weren't such a dork.
Wow.
Was that so rude?
I mean, but was it wrong, sweetie?
Just because it's not wrong doesn't mean it's not rude.
You're gonna hurt my feelings.
and
Not a phase, ma.
and as you feel this an almost orgastic sensation as the life leaves your body, the last thing you remember is someone shouting, "Fuck."
Fuck.
And as the night carries on, no one looks for you. And in your unconscious state, you feel one hefty, sharp sensation in your chests. As you spring awake, hungrier than you've ever been, and you're placed in a room with an ornate throne of silks and hardwood.
I was about to say a rubber room with rats.
That's making crazy.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. That'd be pretty crazy.
And into your sides, you see what looks like a postman with a piece of wood jutted out of his chest.
Uh, uh,
A corporate executive to your left as well. And what looks like the combination of a Trekkie, an outdoorsman, and just a general unclean man. Has a similar stick in his chest alongside you. You can't move. You can't see. Well, you can see, but you can only see through your peripheries and directly in front of you. And each of you hears in your head, "Be very careful. Follow our leads, and you will stay alive. Don't worry, immortality's not that bad." And with that, you begin your lives as kindred. Thank you for your lovely evening and for tuning in to The Lost Causes of Orlando, Prologue 3, The Crashout, and The Callout. Thank you for watching. The next episode will be our first episode proper, and it is expected to be in December. Thank you for watching. And with that, I must ask my special guests, how was your embrace?
I did not consent to this, lady. I'm gonna be calling the police.
I did not consent to getting bitten. I was here for a party. This is not a party.
I was here to cover like probably the most expensive party of all time, and I was expecting to get turned into a fucking vampire.
I thought I was just here to see possibly some good loot. Did not expect blood. I'm gonna have to talk with Egghead.
Yep.
Next time I see him.
And with that, I believe it is time to close things out, and I will see you next month.
Yay.